This is All India Radio. The news read by Neena Oracle. BJP President and Home Minister Amit Shah has said that Jharkhand is progressing to become free from the menace of Naxalism. He attributed the change to the developmental works done by the BJP governments at the centre and state. Flagging off Johar Jan Ashirwad Yatra from Jantara, Mr. Shah listed out series of welfare works done by Narendra Modi government and Raghubar Das regime and urged people to give another chance to the BJP in the upcoming assembly elections. He said 1.26 crore Jan Dhan accounts have been opened, electricity has been provided to 20 lakh households, and free LPG connections given to 29 lakh tribals in the state in the last 5 years. The Home Minister said 4.5 lakh poor people got their own homes and 70 Eklavya model residential schools have been opened in the state to provide quality education to tribal children. The Union Cabinet today approved an ordinance to ban production, import, distribution and sale of electronic cigarettes. Briefing media in New Delhi, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the Cabinet gave its nod to the promulgation of the Prohibition of Electronic Cigarettes Ordinance 2019. She said the decision was taken considering impact of e-cigarettes on the youth. A punishment of 1 year imprisonment and a fine of 1 lakh rupees has been proposed for first-time offenders. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has given approval for initiating work of writing the history of the country's borders. The minister held a meeting yesterday with eminent personalities of Indian Council of Historical Research, officials of Nehru Memorial Museum and Library, Directorate General of Archives, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs and Ministry of Defence. The work will cover various aspects of borders, including tracing its making, unmaking, and shifting of borders, role of security forces, and socio-economic aspects of their lives. The project is expected to be completed within 2 years. In Jammu and Kashmir, the process of holding the Block Development Council BDC elections will be completed by the end of October 2019. This was revealed in a meeting convened by Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam last evening with Deputy Commissioners of Kashmir, Jammu and Ladakh divisions. During the meeting, the Chief Secretary reviewed the preparations for upcoming Block Development Council BDC elections, implementation of Back to Village program, availability of essential commodities, winter stocking, and the status of major developmental projects and apple procurement. He asked the deputy commissioners to gear up for the upcoming BDC elections, for which preparatory work has already begun and the necessary notification relating to the schedule of the elections will be issued shortly. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said India has a unique challenge from one neighbour and it would remain a challenge until the neighbour starts acting normally and acts against cross-border terrorism. Mr. Jaishankar also made it clear that with Pakistan, the issue is not Article 370 but cross-border terrorism, and the first thing that has to come to table for any talks with Pakistan has to be the terrorism issue. He was briefing media in New Delhi on first 100 days of his ministry. The External Affairs Minister reiterated that Pakistan-occupied Kashmir (POK) is part of India and New Delhi expects to have physical jurisdiction over it one day. Mr. Jaishankar said India's position has been, is and will always be very clear on POK that it is part of India. The minister said there is no need to worry about what people will say on abrogation of Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, as it is India's internal issue on which its position has prevailed and will prevail. In cricket, India will be up against South Africa in the second T20 international of the 3-match series in Mohali this evening. The match will begin at 7 p.m. All India Radio will broadcast live commentary on the game alternately in Hindi and English from 6:30 p.m. And that is the end of the news bulletin.